hit that fucking like button. And I'm not a notification guy, but if you want to help the views and shit like that, hit that ring button too, so you get the notification. So you know every time I drop a video, and you want to get indulged with the fuckery. So I was listening to 5150 Corey Holcomb show, and they brought up this whole Alicia Keys thing. I didn't know nothing about it, so they're saying that she took her 4 year old son with her to get her nails painted, and he picked, according to her, rainbow color. Now we all know what the rainbow color symbolizes, especially now. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that this 4 year old kid picked out this nail polish. Now years ago when I was a kid growing up, my grandmother used to paint her nails, and one of my cousins, I didn't do it, but she would let him paint his nails. They would spend time together, but it was only clear color. It was no, you weren't gonna color your fingernails ruby red or lavender purple or any exotic bullshit. It was just clear. Men could only pay. If a man was gonna paint his nails, it was gonna be clear. God damn it. But I'm not buying that because I was 4 years old one time, and in 1990 fucking four, I had little to any say over what I wore, let alone what I ate. Okay, everything I ate from my parents bought, cooked. I had no say in what dinner was. I had no say in what clothes I wore, let alone what accessories I wore. When you're 4 years old, you follow fucking suit. You know what I mean? You let a 4 year old go outside and dress himself and it's 20 degrees outside. He might go outside with some swimming trunks and a fucking a long sleeve shirt. You don't know. Motherfucker might have his drawers on backwards. So, and I know that's traditional, that's old school, but I'm around a lot of kids and I got nieces and shit. And no, 4 year olds don't dress themselves and have that much control over what goes on, especially what they put on. So I'm not buying that her kid just happened to pick that color out. And I never really associated her and Swiss Beats as like these Hollywood people that indulge in all this fuckery. But I mean, you see it, you see it, and it's like people are pandering towards the gay community because there's a lot of money to be made. It's a lot of shit to be done. And at least with Tank, when Tank does that shit, when he's pandering towards the gay community, he does it at his own expense. And he deals with the humiliation and the jokes and all of the embarrassment that comes after it. I give him credit for at least putting himself out there and not bringing other people around him in his bullshit. But when you use your kids, innocent kids, to prop up your own agendas, like the way Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade are doing with their son, who's like 11, and then the way Alicia Keys is doing, like, come on, like, that's not cool. Don't use the kids to push your own agenda and then try to throw him under the bus like, oh, it was his choice. I'm not buying that. It was his choice. I was in 1994. If my mother went and got her nails done, trust me, I was not there, and I definitely wasn't getting my nails done either. My father wasn't having it. She wasn't having it, and I know it's a different time. I remember I was in the store a couple of years ago. I seen a girl. She had on a pink jumpsuit, kind of like the baby fat shit from years ago, and her son, ironically, about 4 or 5 years old, had on the same pink tight outfit, and he had on a mohawk, and it was like highlighted with pink hair dye. And I said, damn, no way she got a fucking man in her life or he's got a father. That kid don't know who his father is. And the fucked up thing about this is typical modern day bird behavior from single women who don't have men in the household. She's fucking married. And I'm like, where the fuck is Swiss Beats at? Where is Swizzle at? Like, it's not like this nigga's career is on 100, miles an hour right now. Like, nigga, you should be at the house. What are you doing? Now, Dwayne Wade got a pass because he was an NBA player in his prime for most of his kid's childhood. And he was on South Beach. His kid was raised in South Beach. 82 games a year, 42 on the road. He was throwing alley-oops to LeBron. He had a pass. He wasn't really there like that. He's at home more now than he's ever been in that whole boy's life. But where the fuck is Swiss Beats at? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy to me. But I'm not buying this whole idea that her son just happened to magically pick out that color. Like, no, that's bullshit. Excuse me. And then she was upset because people on Instagram or whatever was giving it to her. But they did this with Amber Rose when she let her son dye his hair blonde or whatever. Like, I don't know. Maybe people just let their kids do whatever the fuck they want nowadays, and I'm out of touch, or maybe I'm just too traditional. I don't know. But I was 4 years old once, and it didn't go down like that. That's not normal behavior. And right now, abnormal behavior is becoming normal because people are tolerating bullshit and just passing it off like, oh, that's just, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just what? Come on, man. Swiss Beach, step your fucking fatherhood game up, my nigga. Okay? And Alicia Keys, this has nothing to do with Alicia Keys as an artist. She's a beautiful woman. Classics on classics. I love her music. But she's bugging. She's bugging a lot. And that's all I got to say about that, man. Let me know what y'all think if you have an opinion on that shit. Yeah, so it's the boy's getting his little nails done. And according to her, he picks out the colors and the formations and all of that. But I'm out, man.